Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Malikicowtipper going to bring you an afternoon cast of StarCraft 2, and I feel like I have a lot more energy left in my voice, and it's just really a very nice thing to have. So today my opponent will be Andrew, and this map will be taking place on Cloud Kingdom. I shouldn't say the map, the game will be taking place on Cloud Kingdom, and I kind of want everybody's opinion. You know, if you watch this video, I'd kind of like to see some comments on this one, tell me kind of what you think on it, because this is... You know, when it comes to Zerg versus Zerg, it seems like there's two types of Zerg. Excuse me, Zerg versus Zerg type of games. 1 second, Mountain Dew break. Love me some Mountain Dew. Anyway, so going back to that, most Zerg versus Zerg games take one of two paths. There is early aggression in the beginning from one side. It's fended off, and the aggressor decides to go back to his base and macro, and the aggressor usually either counterattacks or macros, or both sides just decide to go all-out aggression, and realistically, just due to the nature of Zerg units being that we really can't wall off our bases, or do anything too crazy to stop a lot of this, a lot of Zerg games end within the first 10 minutes just due to bangling play, early Zerg rushes, you know, anything of the sort. And the reason why this game's coming up on YouTube is, I want you guys to tell me whether you think that this is, you know, a cheesy type of victory, or if this is a well-calculated type of victory. So going into this, I know one of two things. I'm sending in my scout, and I'm sending in my scout early. It's going to get there when I'm around 14 or 15 supply, because I need to check and see if they went pool first, or I should say for a fast pool, an under 10 worker pool. The reason I'm looking for that is that determines whether or not I'm going to fast expand. So I'm going to give you kind of a play-by-play thought of what I'm doing. So as I go through here, I do not see any gas, and I see enough workers to tell me that, you know, he's not going for a fast pool. Now, I see that gas coming up, which to me means that he's more than likely going to go for very fast speedlings, and it looks like he did this at the 16 worker count. Now, for myself, that's going to make me feel very comfortable going for my 16 expand as well. If we check this out, he is continuing to re-drone up, just as I would, and I'm getting my second hatchery down. We're both at 15 workers right now, and if we look at this, he is actually getting ready to throw down his expansion. So right at about the time, we kind of did this in reverse order. He's waiting for his supply, for his money to get up for that, and then myself, I was waiting for my money to get my pool down. So realistically, I go hatch first, he goes pool first. The idea with mine is I get that little bit of an extra boost in workers just a little bit quicker, but for him, he gets his queen and his zerglings out faster. So we're both basically tied dead even as far as the money is concerned. The big difference is his first queen is coming out while mine hasn't even started yet. Now, he went for a gas simply to do the extractor trick. I'm going for a legitimate gas. So my plan at this point now is to get just enough gas to get my speedlings out, and then to pull my workers off of gas, have a fully saturated main, and then transition into speedling aggression. The reason I do this is it allows me to having the two bases out with the two queens allows you to pump the number of speedlings that you need with full saturation here very, very quickly. You just get enough money to handle that incredibly fast, and it's something that you can transition out of if you need to. You can drop a bane lane nest if you figure that you're losing, you know, the Zerg on Zerg aggression, and it's one of those things where you'll also see that I'm going to float larva and resources for a while to know whether or not this is going to be effective. Like if I get down into the main base and I see that he's already got, you know, a spine crawler here and a spine crawler there, unless I do a run by, I really don't have a lot of hope of doing too much damage, even with mass speedlings, because it's just easy enough for a queen and a few Zerglings to defend that. So checking this out, we can see that both my queens are about to finish. He's producing 2 more queens, so he's going to have a total of 3. We check out the units tab right here. We can see that he has 2 Zerglings to my 6, and these 6 Zerglings, they're kind of going to be, you know, my telltale for whether or not I decide to go for Zergling aggression. If we check this out, I'm floating 3 larvae here, I'm floating 3 larvae down here, and I have my injects coming up. My first one is about to pop, so I'm going to have 10, 11, 12, maybe even larvae when this goes down. And coming in here, I see that there's no spines on the ground, I see that he only has a few Zerglings, and I really don't have enough here to do any type of damage. He very smartly pulled everything back, and I'm going to lose those Zerglings without doing too much damage to him. Okay, perfect. Everything's right where it should be. My headphones were just a little loud. Sorry, guys. And if we check out the response to this, so he's up 26 over 18 harvesters. So for this right now, go over to the production tab, you can see he's continuing to produce 8 more units worth of drones. So he is droning very, very hard right now. And seeing the defense that he had and kind of knowing what he was all about, I feel very comfortable rushing out here with mass amounts of Zerglings. We can see that my speed is almost finished. It's going to be done just in time for this attack, and he's getting down spine crawlers. You know, he's doing what is necessary to defend this type of push, but we can see that his speed is a very long ways away, and that's one of the things that he sacrificed to have a better economy. If we check out the income right now, 34 over 19. I have one lowly little drone mining over here, but because of that, I now have a mass amount of speedlings, and there's just not that much that he's going to be able to do about it. His queens are going to go down, these spine crawlers, they're not going to have a chance to fully build, which just stinks as far as that's concerned, and the workers are going to go down, and he just cannot at this point produce enough speedlings. He just did not float enough larvae. There's no chance that he has of being able to repel this type of attack. Maybe with these guys out, but my Zerglings having speed are just so much faster, especially on creep, and they just do a lot of work against all of his units, more of them flooding in and going for the kill. So at this point, a lot of people watch this and they say, oh, well, this is a Zergling all-in. And Andrew's like, GG fucking all-ling all-ins. So to this, maybe this is an all-in attack. Because if this attack doesn't do the damage that it's desired, you're down like 20 harvesters and you've wasted all of your larvae. But going into the attack, it's not something that I did blindly. I scouted him out, I called his build, and you know, made the decision based on what I saw. So at that point, is it taking advantage of what your enemy's doing? Is it cheese? Is it all in? Or is it just smart StarCraft? I'm looking forward to some feedback. This is Malikicowtipper signing out.